Hey, what's up? Can you hear me okay?
Hang on. Oh, I'm gonna have to put an ear in.
Okay.
Okay, we are live, I think, nearly. You okay?
All right. Oh, I see myself on there. Okay, cool. We
Yeah,
are.
it should switch between us as we talk.
Cool.
So yeah, when you talk, there you are. When I talk, here I am. So yeah, hopefully people are coming in very shortly. Just wait a few minutes. I can see 5 viewers so far. Do you have access to the chat as well? You can see the chat.
I do. Yes. Awesome. Cool.
So let's give it a couple more minutes and then we'll start officially.
Right on. Right on. How was your day today, Alex?
Yeah, good. Managed to get a video up. Don't know if you saw it. Playing with some new plugins. Cool. Content Egg, which looks really cool. Allows you to pull in products from lots of different merchants. So yeah, I'm going to try and set up a kind of price comparison sort of site in a niche.
Nice.
So see how that pans out, and then obviously do a tutorial video for you guys. And hello, so there is some people here. Hello, Adrian, and hello, GX Games. You're back again. I think it's your 3rd week.
Nice. And Was from Canada. I have a big group from Canada, not all together, but a lot of people from Canada tend to show up. So
okay, good. So yeah, there should be some of your people coming, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah, cool.
So like all good plans, we haven't prepared too much, have we? But hopefully you guys have got some good questions. If not, we can come up with some subjects and we'll just have a bit of a chat about something. And I'm sure something good will come out of it.
That sounds good. And we have Fahid as well. What's up? Good to have you on. And I guess like while we're waiting, I know some people that hopefully came over from my channel, they may not know who you are, Alex. So do you want to give like a little...
Yeah, let's have an introduction. So hello, everybody. My name is Alex. This is my channel, WordPress Eagle. I make tutorial videos generally, all about WordPress, as the name suggests. Just recently, I've been doing a lot more tutorials all around affiliate marketing and using WordPress as your affiliate website. I try to upload every week. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe and remember to click the little bell thing and then you'll know when I upload. But yeah, I hope to get a video up every week and hope to stream every week. There was a fear I was going to miss this week, but hey, here I am. So we're doing okay. Doug, do you want to do your introduction to all my guys that have...
Yeah. So I'm Doug Cunnington. I blog at Niche Site Project. I'm sort of new on the YouTube side, but I enjoy it. I'm learning a lot as we go. And I found Alex's channel probably a few months ago, slowly stalked Alex a little bit, and then we became friends. So now we're doing this thing. But I got into internet marketing about 4 years ago through Smart Passive Income, and I didn't know anything about it. I've gotten really deep into it, and fast forward, to now, I've been, laid off from my corporate job, and now I'm doing internet marketing full time. So I bring hopefully a couple things together that a lot of people don't do. One is corporate project management. So I have like an organizational structure, and then I understand internet marketing at this point. So not a lot of people put those two disciplines together, and either you hate the organization or you love it. So those are kind of the two.
You kind of need it though to get stuff done, don't you? So
yeah,
you need to be organized. Okay, the room is filling up now. Let's see how we're up to now. So 9. Okay, I'll put a message out on Twitter and Facebook as well. So and people come and go through the next hour, so that's fine. So has anyone got any questions or maybe a site they'd like us to take a look at? I'm happy to do some site reviews.
Cool. Let's see. I see one question in from GX Games. Is there a leave and forget affiliate marketing system out there that doesn't take too long to set up and is reliable? Well, that sounds like a tall order to me. Alex, do you know of anything like that?
They're nearly that point, but there's every business and every project you work on is always going to need a little bit of adjusting as it goes along. So they're as good as, I mean, Doug, you've said before that, when you had your sites, you'd only have to spend an hour a week or a couple of hours a week on it, just to keep it up to date and just keep on top of it. Because the thing with websites and WordPress especially, you've got to keep updating it, because for security reasons and to get more features and stuff like that, you do need to log in now and again and just run some updates. But yeah, it's as good as you can go on holiday for a couple of weeks and not worry about it.
Yeah.
And even when you're on holiday, you can just check in on your laptop and do your updates and maybe add a piece of content or whatever.
For sure. Now, I will add the caveat that it is not easy to do that, right? Like, it will probably take you 4 to 6 months to get it set up. Depends on how much time you put in. But I mean, you're probably talking, at least 100 hours across 6 months, right? So you're talking about an hour every couple days or something like that. But basically, a passive income, which is kind of what you described, GX Games, a passive income, it takes a while to set up. And I mean, you could do it in a lot of different fashions. YouTube is a place where you can set up affiliate marketing too. But it takes a long time to build up a channel to, thousands of people, thousands of subscribers. So you can have a set it and forget it situation, but there's always going to be maintenance, and it'll take you time to set it up. So
yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, so you put the hours in now, and then you get the time off later, basically. So yeah, it's going to be quite a lot of work to get these things working. And as Doug says, YouTube is another way, affiliate marketing, drop shipping. There's loads of ways that you can build up a residual income, but you do have to put in the work at the beginning to build it up and get it working. And then it's just a case of just making some fine adjustments and keeping on top of it to keep it working. Okay, Bill, you just asked, what do I mean by a site review? Basically, you share your affiliate site with us, and myself and Doug will take a look at it and just give you our thoughts on it. So if you've got a site, then post your links.
Yeah, and I will caution people that in a public forum, if you put your site out, then you could get copycats. We're happy to do it, but I don't share my sites.
You think that's a big risk? I mean, at the end of the day, you've got a site set up and you're already in there, you're already ranking or whatever, you're already getting traffic. I mean, someone would then have to work even harder than you maybe did to kind of overtake you, possibly. I can understand where you're coming from, though, definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm slightly in a different position than other people. I have a blog, and people probably get some sort of, enjoyment out of making me look bad and do like negative SEO or something.
Yeah, okay, that's true, yeah.
But like a person just sharing their site is probably not as big of a deal. But and I think one question went by without us seeing it. So we have Was asked, what theme do you recommend for Amazon affiliate sites? So Alex, why don't you go first?
Okay, it depends. Basically, you can make an affiliate site with any WordPress theme. So it really depends on the kind of site that you're wanting to achieve. Now, Doug is very keen on blog sort of sites, content sites that contain good articles. So for those, any theme will work. And I'd recommend getting a very flexible theme, something like X theme or Divi. You can just Google search them, you'll find them. They give you a lot of flexibility in terms of the layout and stuff like that. So if you make a site and then you want to go on and make another site, which you probably will do because most successful affiliates have more than one site, you can then use the same theme, but you can create something that looks very different. Also, those themes, you get great support from the developers. They're packed full of features, so very easy to use, very easy to add some cool stuff. If you're going for a more kind of e-commerce sort of affiliate site, which I talk about in a number of my videos, using maybe a plugin like WooZone, where you're going to be pulling products in and using WooCommerce, then again, any WooCommerce theme will work for that. I recommend Kingdom, which is the theme that is made by the same developers as WooZone, so the two fit together very well. But basically any theme, but make sure that you pick one that's well supported, got lots of functions, lots of features, and do your research. There's a lot of rubbish themes out there, or things that just don't deliver the goods. So do your research, read the reviews, check out YouTube, check out my channel. I talk about lots of different themes, and then just pick one that you think is going to suit your needs.
Yep. Yeah. And as I guess the counterpoint, and I'm not a WordPress guy.
No, like, you've set up WordPress websites. Yeah.
But I just want the theme to stay out of the way. I'm kind of a minimalist by nature, and I would say go for fewer options, fewer features. Like you want flexibility in like your homepage, but like the more options you have, like the more things you can waste time on. And I'm very interested in not wasting time and only spending it on, you know, things that matter. And when it comes, you know, from my perspective, when it comes from like a niche site, an Amazon affiliate site, usually you should spend most of your time on the content or promotion. So the theme should stay out of the way. And I know you would agree with that too,
Yeah.
Alex.
But I go back. If you've got a bad theme, it's going to make your life even more harder. So someone's mentioned drag and drop and things like that. Things like X theme and Divi, they're all drag and drop. So they make putting content together and making it look good a lot easier and a lot quicker.
Cool. And I see GX Games mention that they have a viral Facebook page. Yeah, sure. We'll take a look. If you put the link in here, we'll take a look. And then Lorraine is asking, you find it challenging to write reviews about some of the products you haven't tried. You tend to base it around research. How can you improve the content for those posts? I would say do your best to read the reviews on Amazon of real users so you get an impression of what they think and what they learned from using it. You can't copy it. You shouldn't act like you own a product that you don't own. You shouldn't lie, basically, from an ethical standpoint. You shouldn't do that. And then what you can do is develop sort of a summary based on several reviews. You could probably read 5 or 10, get a really good idea about the product.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And you can use YouTube videos if you want. There are some quite generic review videos out there. It's fine to embed them. You're not breaching any copyright by embedding a YouTube video. If you want to fill out your content.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so there's another question here which is kind of unrelated from Dominic Oldham. He asks, he's looking to set up a e-commerce website for a potential client of his. They're insisting on Magento, and they've got 5,000 to 10,000 products. Okay, so I've got a bit of experience with this. I've set up WooCommerce sites. I've worked with Magento sites. For that kind of size, and again, it's going to depend on the revenue and stuff like that. If you want something that's pretty heavy duty, then Magento, I think, is still the #1 choice. There are big websites that run WooCommerce, and I'm sure it can be done. But my experience is that when you add lots and lots of products to WooCommerce, it can slow down a little bit and become a bit clunky. But WooCommerce obviously has the benefit of being free, whereas Magento, generally, if you want the commercial version, you have to pay for, and if you want support and stuff like that, you do have to pay for. If the client's insisting on Magento, then you're probably going to have to go with Magento. But if you can convince them to use WooCommerce, then good luck. But generally, in my experience, I think WooCommerce is better for the smaller sites with slightly less products than that, and not doing huge amounts of revenue. I've got a client that takes hundreds of thousands of pounds a day through their e-commerce site, and they were looking to get a new site. And yeah, I just didn't mention WooCommerce. It would be too much for me to take on as well. I'd probably sleep at night building a WooCommerce site that was taking serious money and then having it fall over and that kind of stuff. But that's just my opinion. Have a look around, and you may see that there's case studies where big sites are being run by WooCommerce. But Magento's got the track record of being stable and being fast when it comes to huge sites. Okay. There's another one there from Donna. So talking about email marketing, which platform is a good one to use? So MailerLite or eWeber, or maybe you mean Aweber, possibly. I don't know if there is an eWeber. I know there's definitely an Aweber. And there's also MailChimp and things like that. Doug, do you have an opinion when it comes to email marketing?
Yeah, so basically, and I've just done some research recently. I use Aweber, by the way, and I have an account also at GetResponse. And my observation is most of them are fine. Like you're probably going to have to pay like $15 to $30 a month for a starter plan, and they're all pretty generic. So it really doesn't matter. I think you could just pick one and like stick with it, and then you'll be fine for a pretty long time. If you need any, based on your question, Donna, I think that any of them are fine. For like really advanced users that need some sort of basically like a customer flow and segmentation and that sort of thing, you may need a more like robust solution, something like ConvertKit or what's one of the other ones? ConvertKit,
Infusionsoft, yeah.
But I hear it's kind of a pain to use, which is why ConvertKit is very popular right now. But I would say Aweber seems fine, and
yeah, Mailchimp also has some autoresponder and sequencing features built into it now. Stuff. I've used Infusionsoft. It is extremely powerful. It's also very expensive. But that's really kind of when you're getting sophisticated and you want to, as Doug says, create funnels and flows and stuff like that. But a lot of them have a free plan to start with. So just, start and see how you get on. And you can always export your subscribers and import them into a new one if you want to change later.
Yep. Cool. Let's see. When our professor's on, what's up? Good to have you on. And let's see here. I saw a couple people that asked, they put in their sites here. I see Adrian put one in. I see VJ put one in. If you have a specific question, that's helpful because, there's a lot of stuff to look at on the site. So why don't you ask a specific question for us to look at on your site, and that'll sort of narrow it down. I can tell you, I opened up the toy house and I had a pop-up like right away to sign up for the email list. I would say don't do that unless you have a lot of traffic. There's no real good reason to distract people right off the bat, to distract them from like going to Amazon and reading your reviews. You may as well just let them go to Amazon and read your reviews. So,
yeah. And you have to be really careful now with Google. They're not very keen on pop-ups at all. So it could affect your search rankings if you have a pop-up.
Yep. Especially like the right away, or ones that just pop right up immediately. And that's what happens. So, okay.
But if we have a look at constructions gear, what I should be able to do is actually just share it. Give me 2 seconds. It looks like a good piece of content, so let me get it up now. Screen share. There we go. Okay, so this is an article. First thing, let me just refresh the page. You need to sort your header out a little bit. It's a bit too much white space. Maybe your logo is slightly too big. A little bit of adjustment will make that look a little bit better. The content, though, is looking good. Apart from the kind of flashy effects you've got going on, you see how it's kind of scrolled in a little bit there. I think they're unnecessary. Probably you don't need them. But in terms of what you've written, it looks really good. You've added a video. We scroll down and you've got a nice table. You've probably been watching one of Doug's videos. And yeah, it's starting to come together. You've had some custom quotes there. Some more stuff, lots of words, lots of information. I find the effects are slightly off-putting, but other than that, I think you're definitely going in the right direction. Doug, would you like to, did you see that? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, sure did. Yeah, I agree. I think, some of the design things that you talked about, Alex, are right on. As far as like the animations and the flashy stuff, like you really don't need that stuff. Like you just, that's why I'm a minimalist in the regards to a theme. You really just need to communicate the information as quickly as possible.
Yeah. People are looking for stuff and they just want the information, don't they?
Yeah. What you have that's awesome is you have, looks like plenty of content. You have this nice table that provides valuable information. And then you have a YouTube video also, which, Alex mentioned before. That's great to embed it. There's no issue with embedding, like you're not violating anything. And it tells Google from an SEO standpoint that this page is about, Caterpillar safety boots and stuff like that.
So yeah, you're definitely on the right direction. A few more articles like this, and keep the styling and whizzy effects to a minimal, and you'll have yourself a really good site. Okay, sure. That was good.
Nice. Okay.
Let's go back to the chat.
And let's see. Lorraine says, I personally like to put in some work on a theme and site so it looks good in general and make it look more authentic and inviting. Do I say it's a waste of time for niche sites? Well, For me, I would say it depends on how much time you're talking about. If you're, if you install the theme, you make some tweaks so that you're happy with it, and then you move on and to more important things, I think that's fine. But I don't recommend, I had some friends that they would change themes pretty often. They would spend a lot of time like just changing the configuration, and that doesn't really move the needle generally. So what about you, Alex?
Yeah, no. As long as it looks fairly professional, and as you say, the content's nice and clear and easy to read and easy to navigate, you're fine. You can spend all day playing around with the look and feel of a website, and as you say, it very rarely actually has much effect on the bottom line. Yeah. As long as your site looks fairly professional, you'll be fine.
Yep. 1 Hour Professor says, what are our thoughts on selling a successful website?
Well, you're well placed to answer that one.
Yeah, so it depends on if you would rather have the monthly cash flow or the lump sum. So go for it. I mean, you just have to figure out what your priority is. But selling a site it's pretty cool. I mean, it's probably like one of the fastest businesses that you can start up for like $200, $400 or something, like pretty cheap. And then you could sell it for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's crazy. So it's an interesting experience to go through. And yeah, I would take a look at it.
Hey, can you just excuse me 2 seconds? I'll be back.
Yeah,
Get another question.
All right. Lance says, hey, any particular themes we recommend for affiliate sites? Is it worth paying for one? So Lance, good question. Rewind, watch the beginning of this. Alex mentioned a couple. He's more savvy with themes. I just kind of ignore them. It is worth paying for a premium theme, so you get support, you get updates, and it's more secure. Alex mentioned I think Divi and Xtheme. Me personally, I don't think it matters. You just want the theme to stay out of the way. And then let's see. 1 Hour Professor mentions the Active Campaign is your new favorite, almost as powerful as Infusionsoft. I have heard people talk about that. And we got Alex back. Adrian,
yeah, sorry,
says,
my baby was just crying. I just needed to check she was all right. It's fine.
That's all right. That's all right. This is very authentic here. This is the real deal.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, not sitting on the Lamborghini and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did we have a look at the Quotes Daily Facebook page? And should we have a look at that one? Which is an interesting way. I haven't got much experience in affiliate marketing with Facebook. However, I guess the principles are still the same, really. Add good content. Although, by sharing quotes, you're going to get a lot of traffic and a lot of visitors. Monetizing it, I'm not too sure. Although I know that Facebook, I think, are going to start sharing revenue with publishers in terms of video, a bit like YouTube. And the only other way would be to, post links to your Facebook page back to your affiliate site, or even directly off to affiliate websites. But, it's generally better to go back to your own site. How's it going? Who posted the question about Quotes Daily? GX Game Central, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I opened it up, and I know we got a couple questions in the background too, so I'll scroll back up in a second. Okay. GX Game. So we're looking at the quotes, right? So yeah. I mean, my thought is GX Games, if you know how to do viral stuff, then go for it. If you're just experimenting, I would probably estimate that you're going to have a pretty long steep learning curve. It's going to take you a while to figure out what works. It's probably going to take, I said 4 to 6 months before. It'll probably take you 4 to 6 months to figure out what kind of quotes work. And from a reach standpoint on Facebook, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Facebook personally. I try and stay out of there because of quotes and stuff that distract me. But basically, you have trouble with the reach on Facebook. Sure, you can hit a viral post here or there, but I mean, it could take you a long time to find that one post that puts you on the map. I don't have experience with it personally. I know basically nothing I've ever done has become viral, so I'm not a good person to ask. So Alex, what do you
I've not either. And then even if you do go viral, I think monetizing it then is going to be tricky with Facebook. You know, it's taken a while for sites like BuzzFeed and all those other big viral sites to get much success, and they generally then use their Facebook page to share their articles and get people back to their website where they've maybe sold some advertising or something like that. But they're quite big organizations, and they're churning out lots and lots of content every day and hoping that one or two of those pieces gets some good shares. So yeah. I think it's quite a lot of work to really make a success of a viral site.
Yep. And the one, you know, the one harsh bit, I don't know who GX Games is, but I'll just answer you straight up. I mean, the thing is, like, even if you get a bunch of followers, like, these are not targeted people. So I don't know what you're going to do with a following on Facebook. Let's say you have 1 million people that are following like inspirational quotes. Who cares? Like, that's, unless they're on an email list and you know what they're interested in, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, advertisers now want to be very specific with who they're targeting, which is why sites, I don't know if you've over here in the UK, I don't know if you have it in the US, there's a page called The Lad Bible. And obviously they're creating content and aiming specifically at men of a certain age that are into certain things. So their audience becomes quite valuable because it's quite targeted. But, you know, pages that are even more niche, maybe one about, you know, growing bonsai trees or you know, something very specific, their audience is even more valuable to advertisers because it's very, very targeted.
Yep. So all right, and we're going through here. Adrian asked to follow up, adding products to the Woo Zone, would that slow down a site?
It's powered by WooCommerce, so you're going back to that question earlier. The more products you add, the more strain it's going to put on the server because the database gets bigger. You can overcome it with caching plugins and improving your hosting. I did a video a while back on the difference that hosting makes. But generally, and I think Doug will say this again, you don't need lots and lots of products all the time. If you're going to be in a very specific niche, then sometimes it's better just to have some very, very good, very high targeted products.
Right. And, you know, from my perspective, my light just ran out of battery. Sorry.
Never mind.
I had like a nice light on me, so the glare wasn't so bad on my bald head, but that's what we're working with right now. So yeah, the thing is, like, you can pull links, Adrian, from like your affiliate links from Amazon, and like, you don't need like the WooCommerce back end. I don't even know what that part of it is, but you don't need that part. You could just have your blog content and then just have a call to action. Hey, check out this item on Amazon. That's all you need. So I would maybe keep it minimal, like Alex mentioned, and then the rest of your links you can just add in as text links that are affiliate links.
Yeah, it's good to have a reasonable amount of products. I mean, the thing is, you will get picked up by long tail search, which is one of the benefits of having WooZone and WooCommerce and having these products and renaming them as well. That sometimes helps. You will sometimes get traffic from long tail searches. But yeah, if you start adding 5,000, 10,000 products, you're probably not being targeted enough for a start, and you're probably going outside of your niche. You know, you're doing fitness or something, and you've added the entire fitness section of Amazon. That's not a good thing. So, you know, you want to be very specific and make sure the products on your site are very specific too.
Yep. And quick note, I see we have like 28 people, which is awesome. Thanks for joining up. If you have the opportunity, click the like button below, the little thumbs up, because Alex will like that if you do it.
Yeah,
he'll smile.
That will help. Yeah,
he'll say your name, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I can do something, but and hey, we haven't got any downvotes, which is unusual. Normally, last time I had like 5 before it even started. So the haters aren't out tonight.
That's nice. Okay. We have Furman UK says, any security recommendations for a WooZone store? WordFence seems to slow the site down. Alex?
Okay. WordFence is good. It shouldn't slow your site down too much, but it may do a little. The main thing you can do is make sure you have a good password. That's the first thing. Second thing is make sure that you update all your plugins and themes whenever there's an update available. That will keep you safe. The third thing you might want to look into is Sucuri, S-U-C-U-R-I, Securi. They're a security company. They have a WordPress plugin as well that's pretty good, and they also offer a protection and monitoring service where they kind of give you a firewall which doesn't sit on your server. Basically, you just reroute your traffic through them. They're really good, and they're also excellent if you do ever have a problem and you ever have the misfortune of being hacked. They're really good, and they get your site cleaned up, back up and running within an hour or so. So yeah, check out Securi. They've got a free plugin, as I say. I'll put it in the chat so you can see how I'm spelling it.
And then we got Donna says, a WordPress blog with a page, or do you use a subdomain like it's another site? What do you think? Too much work. I'm into simple, and I like telephone contact. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if all that's together, but I usually just put, I don't do a subdomain. I just have like pages or a blog section and post or whatever, just to keep it simple.
Yeah. A question there from Naro, 2,500. Getting backlinks from Fiverr, any good? I would say probably not.
I agree. No good. Basically, anything that is cheap in either time or money is probably not very valuable. So if it was easy to go and get a bunch of backlinks from Fiverr, then everyone could do it. It kind of makes the value go down, and it's risky also from a SEO Google penalization standpoint. It's a little risky to do that. So no.
Yeah. Because you get a link from someone and Google deems that the site that's linking to you is, a site that's trying to manipulate the search engines, manipulate Google, then you'll get penalized as well. And that could then make it very difficult for you to rank on Google. So you have to be really careful when you're link building nowadays. And as Doug has mentioned previously, when we've had these chats, the best way to do it is by building up a relationship with other sites and then providing those sites with content in the way of a guest post. And then out of that, you'll naturally start to get links from high quality sites linking to you, which will just boost you up the search engines.
Yep. All right. Got the questions flowing in, up to 30 people now. So Lorraine says, do you use a pen name on niche sites? Yeah, I do. And we'll just you want to just blow through some questions, Alex, fast?
Sorry, yeah, hang on. You're breaking up then.
I said we could just blow through some fast.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Best Pet Store says, is it worth paying to get more Facebook likes, or for your Facebook page, or pay for ads? Probably pay for ads because it's actually targeted. If you just pay for likes, those are probably fake, and it's probably not helpful.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would use Facebook's own advertising platform, which are the ads that you're referring to, and you can then create a campaign with them that will get you some likes to your page, and you can be very targeted. If you go out and buy likes from someone else on the internet, they'll all be from click farms over in India or China or somewhere like that, and they literally out there, they have guys sitting in warehouses just clicking on like buttons, and they don't do any favors because they're not real people. Whereas if you go through the actual real Facebook advertising program and platform, you'll get some real people that you can then engage with over a period of time. Bearing in mind, you'll then probably still have to pay to kind of reach them, because that's how Facebook works. But it's definitely the best way to do it.
Yep. And then Adrian says, would you recommend Thrive Themes and the Architect plugin? So I have particular views on that. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend Thrive Themes. I think it sort of falls into the area that, maybe Divi or X that you mentioned before, Alex. So I think they're just a little bloated. I think Thrive has like a little too many options. Now, I will say I've used the Thrive Architect plugin. It used to be called Content Builder. I use it for landing pages and sales pages. I don't use them for my niche sites though. It's not really necessary. There's too much stuff. It's a little slow. I hate using it. So only if you have a specific reason, like a sales page, Adrian. So Alex, what do you think of Thrive?
Yeah, I've not really used it myself. They'd be very good for things like landing pages and stuff like that, maybe. So back in the days when I was running lots of Google AdWords campaigns, things like that, it might be useful. But again, a lot of the stuff that you can do with this, you can do with themes like Xtheme and Divi, which also give you a lot more flexibility on other things. So yeah, I've not really used it, and yeah, I might have a look at it in more detail soon. But yeah, it's got a specific purpose. Hello, Sarah. I've just seen you float past in the chat there. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's plain sailing motivation. I know her offline as well. But yeah, Doug says he doesn't use WooZone. I do use WooZone. It really depends on what you're doing. The WooZone came about a while ago when I first started creating affiliate sites, and I would get them ranking with WooZone with minimal content, and it was really useful then. Times have changed a little bit. I think they're still valuable, but as Doug says and continues to stress, you can just get away with just having a blog because it is really all about the content.
For sure. For sure. Okay. Donna says, what social media would you recommend? I would say I'm not a big social media person. I suck at it, just to be honest with you. So I would say go for the one that you're good at, whatever you enjoy, and focus on that one. How about you, Alex?
Yeah, go for, and whatever suits your niche. If you're selling, maybe you're promoting some sort of fashion products or some sort of art thing, something that's very visual, then things like Pinterest work really well, Facebook as well, Instagram, that kind of thing. But it's really what you're comfortable with. I like Facebook. I use Facebook quite a lot. I find it quite easy to get likes using their advertising platform. I don't do a lot on Twitter. I've used Pinterest in the past. I did back when I was promoting Boot Boutique. It worked really well, putting up pictures of the latest boots, that kind of thing. But the thing with social media, it is an ongoing job. You have to keep at it every day if you can.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So that's why going down the SEO route and getting links to your site is a bit easier in the long run, because that way you start getting traffic without having to post every day. But there are tools you can use to make social media a lot easier, that help you queue up posts. I use Buffer. That's quite a good one. And there's some others which escape me now. But yeah, there's a number of other social media tools that you can use to help you kind of schedule up content and posts. Okay, what else we got?
All right, so we have Fakril says he wants to do a profile website based on his work, and he wants some tips for money making for website expenditures only. I'm not 100% sure what I'm asking, but I would say save up so you can pay for a hosting account, and then from there, just write good content, which ties into what Donna asked. Is writing good content the best thing to do? Yeah, I would say writing good content is a very good thing to have. You want it to read well for whatever native language the people are going to be reading, because you want a real person to land on. From a niche site perspective, you want a person to land on the site, get valuable information, and be able to make an assessment on like what purchase to make. So if it's unclear or like untrustworthy, then they're probably not going to trust what you say. They're not going to go through your affiliate link. So good content is key.
It is. If your question is that you want to earn some quick money online, then Doug, have you got any tips on that? I mean, you can sell some services on Fiverr. I don't know, writing content or whatever you're good at. Maybe you're good at doing a graphic. You can answer some surveys. I think you can get paid for doing that. I've not really done that myself. Do a search on YouTube. There's a ton of videos actually that have got ideas on how you can make money quickly. Generally, it involves doing quite a bit of work and getting paid a small amount, but it can be done if you're looking to create some money to spend on your new website.
And I'm the wrong guy to ask about this. When I was like, I haven't mentioned this in other videos. I have like an outline for this, but when I was like 10 years old, I like got my lawnmower, my dad's lawnmower, and I pushed it around the neighborhood and asked people to cut their grass. So if you want to make some money to support your website, you may have to go out and dig some ditches, cut some grass, wash cars, like do whatever you have to do to like get that seed money. But will take work for sure. So there's
That's
no
probably
like
the
fast
easiest way to get quick
way.
money. It's probably offline.
Yep, because you could go and negotiate. I mean, I could go right now and knock on neighbors' doors and, you know, do odd jobs around. It's really easy to find people that need their grass cut because their lawn is really long. So you could go knock on their door and just talk to them about it. It's much easier to close a sale like that.
And you get paid quicker. A lot of these other ones, it'll be 30 days before they actually send you any money.
Yep.
So yeah, good luck with washing some cars, or I don't know, jet washing a drive, cutting a lawn, whatever you've got lying around, a tool or service that you can offer. And and you'll get cash probably. Hard cash.
There's a lot of good benefits for working offline. All right. I see Pet Supplies ask, how do you drive traffic to a website or to your website? And mine is organic SEO. So it's all about keyword research and then providing good content and then getting backlinks. That's basically it from my side.
Yeah, that's good advice. We've touched on social media. That is another way of getting traffic, but it takes a little while. You can boost it by using Facebook advertising. You can use things like Google AdWords, though you do have to be very careful because pay-per-click can get expensive quickly. So you're going to want to make sure that your site is prepared to take that traffic and convert it into something useful. So you're collecting email addresses, you're getting Facebook likes if you've got social media, and you're getting a lot of value from those clicks that you're paying for. But yeah, SEO is the best way, but it's not always the quickest way.
It's like the slowest way.
Yeah, that's another way of saying it.
Yeah. We have Plain Sailing Motivation, watching from Nova Scotia. Awesome. Good to have you on. So I don't use WooZone, but Alex, you do, of course.
Yeah, I touched on this earlier. Yeah.
Did you already answer that? Okay, sorry.
That's fine. It gets confusing. There's a lot coming in now, which is great. It's good when it's busy.
Yeah. All right. Adrian has one. Says, what are you drinking, Alex, by the way? What do you got there?
A small beer. It's 9:30. Why not? Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. It's too early in the day right now, and I'm getting over a cold. So otherwise, I maybe would have. I'll have a beer with you next time.
You should have tea or something if you've got a cold, or some hot lemon.
So Adrian says, when advertising, do you advertise for particular articles or the website in general? So Alex, I think you've done more advertising in general. So what do you have to add?
So if you're going to do advertising, if you're going to do Facebook advertising, you're going to be wanting to target people that are in your niche. So maybe you're in, I don't know, golf. You're doing something to do with golf, and you then obviously target people that are into golf. You probably want to be really specific. So maybe you want to go for slightly older people or people in a certain country. When it comes to Google AdWords, you're going to be running ads on Google Search. So when people are typing in certain keywords, you want your ads to come up. From that front, you want to make sure that you're going for kind of long tail keywords. So you wouldn't just bid on golf because that would be very, very expensive. But you might bid on someone searching for, how do I improve my golf swing or something like that, and then guide them through to an article, and you should pay a lot less. But as I said, AdWords can get expensive, so you do have to be really careful, and you want to make sure that you're able to track it as best you can. So you're tracking email signups and all that kind of stuff. And you'll find that once you start getting your AdWords campaign running and you're getting information coming back in, only certain keywords will be working at a level that's acceptable in terms of cost and return. So then you want to start cutting out all the other stuff that's not generating your return. The thing with advertising, it does involve burning a little bit of money, I found in my experience. When I say burning money, it's kind of market research is another way of saying it. So you have to spend a bit of money, and then once you've got some good data, you can then optimize your account and just spend it on what's working. But you do have to be really careful. But if you do want to do some Google AdWords, send me an email. I do have some vouchers available where if you spend $25, you'll get an extra 75 free from Google. So that's like 100 to spend at least, and see what happens.
Nice. I will add, Adrian, if you're talking about running ads to an Amazon affiliate site, the math usually doesn't work because Amazon doesn't pay a high enough commission for it to work. So if you are talking about the site that you sent us before, it's probably not going to pan out. And yeah, the math just doesn't work out. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone that's able to do that. Alex, are you?
No, with Amazon, it's very, very hard. because, as you say, the commission rates are quite low. If you start promoting other companies, there are some high-level affiliate offers that you can get involved with, where people and companies will pay you, a few hundred every time you get a sale. Then paid traffic starts to look like it'll add up a bit better.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. The Furman UK says, do you create a new account or property for each store with Google Analytics?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Well, no, sorry. You would have a property within your account on Analytics. Yeah.
Okay.
I think most accounts you can have like 20 or 30 different profiles. So you can manage the one thing I would, just a caveat on that, if you're thinking of possibly in the long term selling the website, then you might want to create different accounts, so then you can package that account up, because I don't think you can transfer profiles, or maybe you can. Don't quote me on that.
That I think that was the only thing I was going to add, is like, it's kind of nice to have things like independent, just so if you do sell it.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. It's a lot cleaner.
Naro says, what about backlinks from authority forums? Yeah, those seem fine.
Yeah, they're good, but you got to just, again, it takes a bit of time. You want to join up to a forum. You can't immediately just kind of storm in there and start posting up links to your site, because the moderators are going to take them down quicker than you can turn around. So it's about, again, building relationships, getting into the forum, helping people out. There might be people on there asking questions, and you then help them. And that doesn't necessarily mean sharing a link, but until you've got a few posts under your belt, and you've kind of been welcomed into the community, then there'll be an opportunity to post some links. Also, once you get into a forum and you do start posting, you then often get the opportunity to add links to your signature on the forum. So that's another way of doing it, but it does involve, building rapport and building relationships on these forums. You can't just be a bit spammy and just post links everywhere.
Yep, that's right. Right. We have someone asked, do we use Google Ads or Facebook or something else? I think both. Yep.
Yeah. I think Facebook is probably better. It's often cheaper than Google AdWords for what you spend. And you get something a bit more tangible, because you get Facebook likes, which you can then use going forward, to promote your content.
Okay. Okay. Man, there are a lot of questions here.
Yeah. We'll try our best to answer as many as we can.
Yeah. Okay. Man, trying to find the spot where I lost it. Do you advise using Web 2.0 sites for backlinks? Why or why not? If they're your own Web 2.0 backlinks and they're actually sites with traffic, I would say that would be fine. But if they don't get traffic and they don't have any authority, then it's probably not a useful link. That's very like 2012 stuff to do. So, Alex, you have any experience with?
Yeah, it used to be a thing. You would just go and social bookmark your site, or you'd pay someone to do it. I don't know how much value there is in that anymore, really.
Yep, it goes back to something that's like cheap or free is basically worthless. So just don't waste your time on it.
Yeah, it won't do you any good, and there's a risk that it could do your site harm if it's done wrong.
Yep. All right, next, Ross says there's a lot of talk about HTTPS. Is it worth switching a WooZone on the Kingdom theme to secure, and how difficult or easy is it?
Okay, there's a lot of talk about this in the SEO world, that Google is giving favor to sites that have HTTPS. A couple of things. There's a risk it could slow down your site slightly. I've noticed that generally sites with HTTPS are a bit slower. In terms of doing it, you can get a free certificate nowadays from an organization called Let's Encrypt, I think they're called. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think it's something like that. There is free certificates available, so that's good. So you can get one from there. You basically just install the certificate on your hosting. I'm not sure if HostGator have an easy way of doing that, but I'll have a look into that for you, and maybe I'll do a video on that in the future in terms of adding a certificate. Other hosting providers like WP Engine, there's just literally a button that you click and it does it for you. You then sometimes have an issue of insecure content. And basically what that means is when someone visits your site, it is HTTPS, but the little padlock isn't green. It's like gray or sometimes red. And that's generally because you're pulling up images and things like that that aren't coming across a secure connection. So it kind of means you have to go through all your pages and all your posts and your header and your footer and just make sure that everything's linking through to the HTTPS version. So it's a little bit of work. The benefits you get, I don't know, people are kind of speculating whether it has an impact. Google have hinted that it might help, but I don't think in the grand scheme of things, it's going to give you like a huge rankings boost or anything like that. It might help if you've already got some rankings, but there's probably more important things like creating content that you should probably focus on first.
Yeah. So I've just done this twice. And first time was a little clunky. I got better at it, and it only took like an hour or so, which is good.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't lose any traffic, didn't lose any rankings. But here's what I hear, Alex, is on October 1st, so in a couple weeks, basically Chrome is going to show a little bit more of an error message to say, hey, this site's not secure. I'm not sure what level that is going to be.
No, yeah, I did see that too. That's only going to really be a problem if you're running forms on your site.
Okay.
So on a traditional sort of company, well, most websites have a form. On the Contact Us page, you often have a form, don't you? And if someone goes to that form with Chrome, we say after October the 1st, Chrome will warn them that the information that they're going to submit across that form is going to go across an unsecure connection. Which is not a big deal if you're only putting your name and your phone number in or whatever. But yeah, it's another thing that could, if you're in the business of collecting leads, then you definitely need to get that fixed because it's gonna kill your conversion rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting HTTPS is getting easier, and maybe once Google starts doing that and Chrome starts flagging that, then hosting companies will probably just start giving you certificates as standard, and all hosting will become HTTPS.
Yep. So yeah, I would look into it, and from a difficulty level, Ross also asked, I would say it depends on like how tech savvy you are. Like I ended up having with the mixed content that you talked about, Alex, like
Yeah.
I used like a search and replace to change stuff in my database. And I was looking at code. I have a computer engineering degree, so I am.
You weren't too scared by that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I see what to do. I backed up my site, right? You got to back up your site before you start messing with that stuff. You got to alter some HT access stuff for redirect. There's a couple things to do. So I would say it is on the medium to difficult side for most people.
Yeah, I will. I'm just adding a note now. I will do a video on it very soon where I'll change one of my sites that's on HostGator over to HTTPS, and we'll just see how that goes. And I'll share my experience.
I will link to that because I have hesitated because I'm pretty sloppy. I'm not a developer, so I got it done.
There's a couple of plugins as well that say they'll fix this for you and do it for you. But again, I'll look into them and I'll do a video. But if you're feeling confident but generally your host should help you with this if you're looking to do that.
Yeah. Okay. And then
okay, so we've only got about 5-10 minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up about 9.
We'll blast through a couple here.
Yes.
Can we share one of our sites? I don't share any of my sites, so I won't do it. Alex, do you have public sites?
All the sites that are featured in my videos. They're not huge earning sites though by any stretch of imagination. That's only because I haven't done the work on them. But yeah, Boot Boutique is one, which is the ladies' boots one. Zombie Merc is another one, which is zombie related things. Shop-power-tools.com is another one, which is all power tools related. But you can find them all in my videos on the channel.
Cool. All right. And then another question, do you provide one-on-one help? I do. I do consulting. You can go to my site, Niche Site Project, if you want to learn more. Alex, do you do one-on-one stuff?
I can do, depending on my schedule. Yeah, just let me know. But yeah, I've only got small amounts of time. Doug's probably your best bet. It's not, consulting is something that I've done a lot of and I want to do less of, if that makes sense. But, I'm always up to having a look at site. And if you send me emails and, I do have a little bit of time, I do answer as many questions as I can for free anyway. And obviously we do these live Q&As and stuff like that. So you might not need too much consulting.
Yeah. And I do the one-on-one consulting, but I charge a whole lot of money. That's the only reason I do it.
Yeah,
So
and
just
I would too, and often that normally scares guys off. If you've only got a small amount of money to invest in your site, then you probably want to spend it on that, I'd have thought.
Cool.
Anyway.
So I think right now, maybe what we can do, Alex, is why don't I'm going to copy and paste all these questions and I'll put it in a document. So we could share that. We could do this again, maybe sometime soon. And we'll just have, cause there's probably like 30 more questions. And then you can do like a closeout right here while I'm copying and pasting.
Okay. So, well, thanks all for coming. I think we've got time for a couple more questions. I'm just going to answer these couple ones at the end. So, question here from the Furman UK. If I buy a domain, is it worth looking for an older registered domain or just buy a fresh domain name? My experience on this is if you know what you're doing in terms of researching old domains and finding ones that have got good history, good backlinks that haven't been penalized and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, go for it. But that is quite a lot of work and quite a lot of learning. The decent domains that are good generally are quite a lot of money. So popular domains that have got good history, yeah, you have to pay for. And you know, I'll pass it to Doug in a second, but generally you can get good results from a new domain anyway. It just takes a little while longer.
Yep. And basically, if you have to ask that question, you probably shouldn't do it. So kind of a jerk way for me to say you should probably just get a fresh domain. Yeah,
because you just said another question. How do you know if a domain has been penalized? That's part of the trick, and it involves running SEO tools to analyze all the inward links and do a whole load of bunch of stuff. And you know, there's a real art to it. And there's guys out there, SEO guys that you'll find on SEO forums that will sell you good domains, and they've done all this research. But I say there's a price attached to that.
Yep, exactly.
And all it's going to do is buy you a little bit of time, I think, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's wrap it up. It's been really good. Thanks everyone for coming. Sorry, I kind of confused with the scheduling. I generally will try and do them every Wednesday, but I couldn't do it yesterday, and tonight was a bit up in the air. But hey, I'm glad that we still got a good turnout. I'll speak to Doug again and see when he's got some more time, and maybe in a few weeks we'll get together again. Maybe we'll do one on Doug's channel. That'll be fun. Nice. And you guys could come over to Doug, and he could have us over at his house, as it were. Awesome. But yeah, if there's anything else, do you want to sign off with anything, Doug?
Yeah. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, go check out Niche Site Project or look up Doug Cunnington. I'm not sure if there's a link somewhere, but if you
I'll put one in the description after we've.
If you like listening to me talk, there's many more hours of it on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. I have way more content on my blog, so you could have a look there at nichesiteproject.com. And I mainly focus on Amazon affiliate stuff, as you probably gathered if you're still watching right now. Thanks.
Yeah, there's 25 of them still out there. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your morning, whatever the time is over there. And yeah, I uploaded a video earlier today. Do check it out. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Until next time, see you later.
All right. See ya.